Hello students, continuing with chapter number 10, Visual Basic Tool, and today we are going to discuss yet another tool, that is frame. You can see the icon of the frame tool. This frame tool contains the other control. That means this will play the part of a border. This will collect all the other controls and draw a box around it. As you can see over here, this box is drawn, so you can keep inside number of other controls in this to form a group. So the commonly used property with the frame are name and caption. The name as usual is going to specify the name of the frame to the form, and the caption is going to give the name what should be displayed. Here you can see XY is given. When we will use the caption property, this XY will be replaced with whatever we are going to use. Here in the caption it was written XY, so therefore XY is being displayed. If I'll write something else, then that name of the frame will be displayed over here. So let us see an example for this. This is the example you can see over here of the frame. This is the frame, and in the frame you can see it is written work in hand, and you can see this is a border that is provided. So inside this I have created yet another frame. This is also a frame, and this frame is named as experience. Here we have inserted two of the frame, one outer frame, one inner frame. The outer frame is named as work in hand. That means the caption property of this first frame is going to be work in hand, and the caption property of this second box is going to be experience. So what are we going to do? How the properties are going to be changed? Let us see. For the first frame, we are going to take the caption property and change it to work in hand. Enabled we will keep true, visible we will keep true. That means whether at the runtime this is going to be visible or not. So we want to make it visible, therefore we are going to keep it true. Then the font, we are going to keep font Calibri, font style bold italic. Size is going to be 11, and this is the color. So this is solely your choice. What do you want to keep this as? Then the second frame that we have created, the caption will go as experience. Again, enabled will be true and visibility will also be true, and we will choose our own desired fonts and the fore color, that is the color of the font. So these are the properties that you will be generally changing of a frame. Moving ahead, we have the another tool, that is list box. As the name indicates, list box, that means it is going to show you the list of the items that you are going to give for the selection. The commonly used properties of the list box are again name. That means the name that will be assigned by the computer. So by default it is going to be list 1, list 2, list 3 and so on, and we are not going to change the name. Then the alignment. Alignment means that in the list where the text should appear. In the list, whether the text should appear onto the left, onto the right, or it should be in the center, that will be the alignment. Then is the list. List means what are the items that we are going to write. For example, if I am making a list of fruits, so all the names of the fruits are the list. I will be including apple, mango, banana and all this in the list property. Multi-select. Multi-select means whether the user is allowed to select only one option or can select multiple options, more than one option. If you will choose multi-select, the user will be able to choose more than one option. Like for example, if I have given fruits, the user will be able to choose more than one fruit. But if I will not give it multi-select, the user will be able to choose only one of the fruit. Then I have the sorted. Sorted means whether there should be the sorting, there should be arrangement alphabetically of the items that are given in the list. If you want them to appear alphabetical order, either of the alphabetical order, you will keep it sorted. Multi-line is going to provide you with 0 option. This is the default option, 0 or none. That means if this option is selected, the user will be able to select only one item. If one simple is there, that means user can select more than one item with the mouse click. If it is too extended, that means user can select multiple items, that is more than one item, but can do with the shift and click or shift and arrow key. Here the mouse clicking is to be done, and when it is extended, in that case shift and mouse click is to be done, or the shift and arrow keys are to be used. We can see a list. In this frame we have created a list: English, Hindi, LKG, UKG, Mathematics, SST. These all options are going to be included in the list property. And we see that two of the selections are made over here. So let us see how is it done. The name property will remain as it is. We are not going to change anything in it. It will be the default list one. And in the list property, we are going to write down all the subjects that we saw just now. In the multi-select, to extended. To extended now, that means user will be using the shift key as well as the click, or the user will use the shift key and arrow to select the item. Sorted is true. Sorted is true, that means this list is appearing in the alphabetical order, that is sorted property. Next we have the combo box. This combo box also holds a list of items from which the user can select one or more options. But the difference is that in the combo box we have the combination of list box and the text box. That means the user can write also the choice, or the user can choose also the choice. As you can see in the example, here there is the space for writing the answer also. If you want, you can directly type it through the keyboard over here, or if you wish, you can click on this and choose it from the list that is given. But see, in the list there isn't any text box at the top to write. You simply have to choose from the given list. So that's the difference between the combo box and the list box. Now we will see what are the commonly used properties of the combo box. As usual, the first property is going to be the name property, that will be the default name of the tool. Then we have alignment, where the text will appear in the list in the combo box, left, right, or in the center. List will contain all the items that are to be included in the list. Text means what type of text are you going to choose for the combo box. Logged. Logged means whether we are able to change, we are able to edit the combo box or not. So by default it is set to false. We can't change it. If it is your choice, you want to make it true, you can. Sorted again will put the things in the ascending or descending order of the list. The style is there, the style 0, that means we will have a drop down combo box. That means we will click on one of the arrow and a list will come. 1 means a simple combo box, and 2 means again drop down list. Here in the 2 we have only drop down list, whereas in 0 we have drop down combo box. Let us see now the example and how the properties were changed in this. In the example we saw that there's the experience, and in the experience we have given these many items. So how is it done? For this effect, we are going to make changes to the following property. Name we are not going to change. This will remain as combo. The list property we will go and give all these items that we need to display. The logged we will keep it true. Sorted we will keep it false because we are not sorting this. These are not arranged in the alphabetical order, so sorted is false. The style we are going to choose a 0 drop down combo. That means we will get a drop down combo box. Text will be total years. Text total years, that means this is the text that will be displayed in the combo box. When somebody will open the form, this text will appear in the combo box. So this combo box was the last tool of the chapter. All that we had in this. I hope this was clear to everyone. Thank you.